What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 highest ranked quant EV stocks in the market as of right now. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with stock number 5, you have Volkswagen. It is on the pink sheets, ticker VWAPY, sitting at 10.07. Did go up 1.51 on Friday. Over the last 1 year though, it is down 19.7%. With it being on the pink sheets, there's no short interest, so if applicable, I'll go over the short interest of these stocks, but we are here because of this right here. So under the factor grades, so valuation, growth, profitability, momentum, and revisions. So right now, valuation is A+, and you can kind of tell that based on just the forward PE being 4.47. So it's definitely valued at a pretty deep discount. Growth is a F. Profitability is a A+, and it's always good to compare and contrast between the current 3 months ago and 6 months ago, so you can kind of take a look at that. Momentum is a D+, and honestly, I can kind of agree with that. It's a slow grower, not really much going on. So over the last 1 month, it is up 11.64%, but nothing really crazy. And then revisions is a A-, and a lot of that is just coming from this right here. So not that much in analysts kind of reviewing it, but of the analysts that have given revisions, there was only 1 positive and 0 negative changes over the last 90 days. So that's ultimately what kind of brings this to number 5 out of 28. And like I said, with it being on the pink sheets, there's no short information, so this is number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, good old Tesla, sitting at $406 and change, down 1.41 on Friday. Over the last 1 year, it is up 95.63%. So very good stuff. As far as this, so valuation completely polar opposite to Volkswagen, and so that is a D-. It is improving. Previously was an F, but looking at the forward PE being 163.88, that's arguably can be very overdone a little bit, but growth is a D+, so it is getting a little bit worse over the last 3 months. Profitability A+, I don't see that being changing at all, but momentum A+, and then revisions is A-, and that again is because of this. So over the last 90 days, 23 positive and 2 negative revisions to the earnings per share, and they do have their earnings coming out right around the corner on the 29th, and this is the current estimates. So 77 cents for the earnings per share, 27.14 billion for revenue. So this is stock number 4, and with it being on the NASDAQ, we do have short information. So it's not a squeeze place, just to kind of say it out there, but 2.4% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 66.93 million shares overall are being shorted. And on Friday, shorts did return 18,000 shares, and generally shorts returning, like I said, not being a squeeze play, but they have been returning. Short interest was roughly 4% in July, and now it is roughly 2.4. So I think that they are sensing that maybe their upcoming earnings is going to be a beat, possibly. We'll kind of wait and find out. But moving on from here though, you do have stock number 3, BYD, so ticker BYDDF. Similarly to Volkswagen, it is on the pink sheets, currently sitting at 35.22, up 1.25 on Friday. Over the last 1 year, it is up 37.23%. The PE is 21.48, so that's what's giving it a C for the valuation. Growth is a C+, profitability A+, momentum is a B, and revisions is a C+. And obviously no real change for that, so that's obviously what's giving it a C+. With it being where it is, no short interest information, nothing along those lines. So let me know your thoughts. On a side note, if you own any of these stocks, give yourself a shout out in the comments below, and all the fun stuff. Not based on the quantitative data, but you can kind of see as well SA analysts, so that's Seeking Alpha, and then Wall Street. So you have a 4.4 out of 5 and then a 4 out of 5 for the Wall Street. So analysts really do like BYD. That's something actually I didn't really go over with Tesla. So going back to Tesla quickly, so SA analysts see it as a sell, and then Wall Street sees it as a hold. So with a consensus of 3.25. So yeah, honestly, that makes BYD look definitely a lot better. But moving on to stock number 2, you have XPENG, ticker XPEV, sitting at 1468. Did go up 3.09 on Friday over the last 1 year. It is at 59.57. It's not profitable. This is why earnings per share is negative. But valuation is a C+, growth is a, profitability is a D, momentum A+, and then revisions is a B+. Based on this, it shows their earnings being on the 18th. I don't believe it's been officially announced, so that's just an estimate. But after hours, earnings per share, negative 18 cents. Revenue is 2.21 billion. And then over the last 90 days, 3 positive and 0 negative revisions. Since it's on the New York Stock Exchange, we do have access to the short information. So 6.86% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 43.67 million shares. Shorts returned 146,000 shares on Friday. Utilization is 81.76. So let me know your viewpoint on this. And then finally, last but not least, you have stock number 1. So GM, currently sitting at 53.91, did go down slightly, 0.57 on Friday. Over the last 1 year, it is up 55.36. The PE is 5.23, and that's what's giving the valuation as a A+. Growth is a B, profitability is a A+, momentum B+, and revisions is a B+. SA analysts out of 5 see it as a 4.1, Wall Street 3.89 out of 5. So a buy there based on the quantitative data, all that compiled together. It is a 4.82 out of 5. So this is where you get this being stock number 1. With it being on the New York Stock Exchange, we do have short information. So 3.29% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 36.02 million shares. Shorts returned 131,000 shares on Friday. And then cost to borrow average is 0.21. Similar to Tesla, you can kind of see just shorts have been returning, so maybe a little bit more optimistic about their upcoming earnings. But yeah, I think all in all, none of these stocks that I did bring up are squeeze plays. But yeah, I think a lot of them have a lot of good growth. And yeah, what is your viewpoint on them under the Trump administration? Do you think a lot of the American EVs are going to struggle? And of the Chinese stocks that I did bring up, do you think that those are going to thrive under a Trump administration, or do you think with tariffs that'll kind of dampen it? So what is your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And one final thing, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them absolutely on point, so definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.